warning. To speak about it, ladies and gentlemen, because of the massive winter storm sweeps across United States, we have been joined by climate activists who happen to be Mr. Aftab Alam. Hello, sir. Alam Saab, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you feeling, sir?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much. I'm very well.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Wonderful to have you. So, 177 million people have been under warning. There have been, such storms in the United States of America, which people might not have witnessed till date in their lives.
Yeah, this is a phenomenon now which is being called as the perfect storm, where at least three forces have come together at the same point. One is, we know that the North Pole is one of the coldest area on Earth. And it has Arctic freezing whirlpool of air, which normally stays in the north. But because of the climate change and global warming, those Arctic whirlpool have weakened and moved downward. And then there is another stream which is called jet stream of very fast moving winds. They have also been weakened because of global warming, and they have also bent downward. These two phenomena have brought this very cold weather in the northern hemisphere, but then the moisture from Pacific Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, it combined with these two phenomena and created this storm. And the jet streams are so strong that they can go up to 400 kilometers per hour.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's why it has a huge spread in the North America, particularly the US, and it is said that nearly 20 states have declared state of emergency. 17,000 flights have been cancelled, and now the 225 million people are expected to be affected. So this is a huge phenomenon which is impacting not only the America, but also Middle East and also Pakistan.
So all across the globe, people are being affected in a massive amount, right? And what I want to include is how this is an interconnected paradox event, right? So as global temperatures rise, more moisture is absorbed, and then in the winters, there's more precipitation and rain, which is leading to this global impact, right? So now we are witnessing winters being more cold, summers being more hot and wet. What do you have to say about that? And what is the future going to be like for all of us, right? In regards to food, agriculture, safety, tsunamis, floods.
Very right. We just preceded a warm winter where we had the precipitation which was 35% below normal precipitation. So this was a dry winter for Pakistan. But then now we see snowfalls in different parts, and by the way, Pakistan is also affected by those Arctic whirlpool of wind and also jet streams, and of course we have our own Siberian winds coming from the north as well. So I think it's very important that we as nation and different departments, they are prepared to face these sudden changes in weather. I think what we need to do, we need to have a greater preparation at family level. We have to be very careful as well. Like you just said that in terms of traveling, we need to be very careful to avoid any mishap. So I think we have to be as a nation prepared to face the climate change, because this is the era of climate change, and we have to be prepared at every level.
Exactly. And while you've been mentioning that, I think we have been witnessing that for long. Pakistan has been really vulnerable to climate change. We did see, $40 billion of losses, I think 2 years ago. If we speak about floods, if we speak about flash floods, the new phenomena has come in, cloudbursts now as well. And it's unfortunate to see how President Donald Trump is not a very keen advocate of climate change, and he does not really kind of pay quite a lot of attention to that. In particular, when we speak about United States of America and how the eastern and southern, the states have actually been plummeted by these storms, and people have been dying, unfortunately. 6 or 7 deaths have already taken place, unfortunately. How do you think you as a climate activist would want to advocate on how we need to prepare?
I think first I'll talk about the US and the President Trump. President Trump has his own policy, but there was a recent survey by Yale University which showed that 65% of the voters of the United States, they are basically concerned about the climate change, and they believe that their daily life are being impacted. And in the last COP30, different states, although US did not participate as the federal government, but different states were there to participate in the COP30, which is the International Conference on the Climate Change, and different companies were also present to learn and to share their. So I think that there is that kind of situation in the US as well. And I think it's very important that different nations, they come forward to play their role. Because when we talk about the climate change, we should recall ourselves and we should remember that the major cause of the climate change are the greenhouse gases. And the richest countries in the world, they are the largest responsible entities. They have to cut down their greenhouse gases, not only US, but Europe and other countries as well. So I think that is one that their responsibility, and we should discuss with them, and we should demand, continue to demand.
Exactly, Aftab bhai, you very rightfully mentioned that as well, but imagine that for all the bigger companies, what they're doing is that they're paying kind of get rid of their carbon deposits, which might not be a very fruitful solution. But thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you.
Thank you.
And you very wonderfully explained it to our audiences and people who are out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's by the end of the day, it's going to come down to us. Whether how we are making sure that we move on, because that's